A charity run has raised thousands of dollars for a local initiative offering children free counselling. Members of the North Dunedin Salvation Army recently completed a relay from Mount Cook to Dunedin, generating money for ChatBus. And organiser Nolan Hill is here to tell us more. Good evening.
How you doing?
How did you stage the run from Mount Cook to Dunedin?
We took a group of runners, everyday people, and there's 15 of us, as well as 5 support crew, and we did it in a relay format, 1k at a time, to keep the pace up so we could get back to Dunedin in a reasonable hour non-stop. So started 8 o'clock on the Saturday morning and arrived back 9:30 on Sunday morning, so through the night.
That is quite a distance.
It's great.
How much money did you raise?
We ended up, well, so far, over $8,000, which is fantastic. It meant that we had over 120 hours of counselling session, worth of counselling sessions for young people, as well as re-logoing the ChatBus van, so it was great.
Why did you choose to fundraise for ChatBus?
We, as a charity ourselves, the Salvation Army, we like to kind of do things for others. So, you know, we're grateful for the generosity that people show the Salvation Army, and in turn we want to pass that generosity on to someone else and a local need in the ChatBus that's really making a difference around the city.
Is this the first time that you've done something like this?
No, in the past of 2011, we did a run from Treble Cone back to Dunedin for the local community centre in North East Valley, and then previous to that for the hospice and some other overseas projects. So yeah, we've done a few of those, not recently though, so this is the first one for a while.
How popular is ChatBus?
Well, it's in high demand. It's 17 schools around Dunedin, and all of their sessions are pretty much full at the moment, so all fully subscribed. So a lot of schools are inquiring about their services, and it's really needed. Yeah.
Tell us about the hardest part of the relay.
I think what you're doing is getting 15 runners and putting them in vans, in a camper van, and putting them through to exhaustion, and then hoping they'll all get along. So it's those wee hours in the early morning when it's about 4 and the frost is coming up out the back of Oamaru in the paddocks as you're running through the night, where you just got to dig in and push through, and that's where, you know, we're all doing it together and we cheer each other on, and yeah, and that feels good doing it as a team.
How many times did each person get to run?
I think we got through about 22 cycles of runners, so we dropped off a few at night to have the odd rest, so I think there was down to about 12 there. Sometimes, it took around just over an hour to get through a full rotation of runners.
Any plans for more fundraisers?
Potentially, yeah. We're looking at something towards the end of the year with the local Salvation Army in town here, depending on what the current projects are that they've got going on and what the need is. So there's been a few others inquiring that they'd like to be involved, so we'll have a look at that later in the other side of winter.
Do you think that a relay of this type might be on the cards again?
Potentially. One idea is to try and get back to Dunedin off-road, so do a trail run over the Dunstan Trail, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. What else is the North Dunedin or the Dunedin Salvation Army involved in? Sure,
so in addition to trying to do some just really grassroots community development kind of stuff, we have more structured programs around addictions and food bank, budgeting, social work down at Princess Street department there. And then, our addictions work, of course, our Employment Plus training programs, and just really wherever the need presents that we can try and be available and support others. So, yeah.
What is demand like for services?
Unfortunately, it's pretty high, the demand. As we've heard in other sectors, food banks are very busy, and we always seem to be fully subscribed, and would always, you know, enjoy more resource, more time to just, you know, address some of those needs and proactively put some things in place to support families and individuals around Dunedin. So, yeah.
Does demand typically increase as we get into winter?
Yeah, it changes. So could be cold houses needed firewood, for example, during winter. It could be around when school starts, the extra budgetary demands on school uniforms, those sort of things, and then getting through towards Christmas, you know, new demands come on. But really, it's those day-to-day issues that are always there, so it's constant. Yeah.
Well, good work on the relay. Dunedin Salvation Army relay organiser Nolan Hill, thanks very much for your time.
Pleasure.